All right, hey, this is Coach Booth's Bball Breakdown. I'm here in the cave in my new setup to have interviews with special and important people. Today, my interview is with Ms. Alana, who is my granddaughter. And so she's an athlete in her right. Her athleticism is more in the dance and gymnastics space. But we're here having a Corona conversation, and we call it Corona conversation because
It's about the coronavirus.
yeah, well, it's to some extent, but it's because we're home. We're all locked in because of the coronavirus. I'm about to go crazy because I cannot play basketball, coach basketball, see basketball live. Been watching a lot of the old school videos and things of that nature. It's good to see that stuff, but again, nothing like live action, live basketball. Alana, so we're gonna talk a little bit about you. How old are you?
I'm 9, about to be 10.
About to be 10. When's your birthday?
March 24th.
That's around the corner. And because we're limited on the number of people we can have at a gathering, you're not gonna have such a big party this year, right? You were gonna have a paint party.
Well, my mom did say that if we can't go to the paint party, then we can do it then we can do something else at our house.
Yeah, and you probably have something at your house, but we can't have nothing big. You know, we had a big party for your sister, right? But unfortunately, right now, we got to do something small. So what we'll do is, we'll do something big later. We'll celebrate it bigger later. But we are going to cut the cake and sing happy birthday to you because it's the law now, right? We got to follow the rules. And if you don't follow the rules, then things go wrong. So while you've been home, what have you been doing?
I haven't been doing nothing much. I've mostly been doing some schoolwork to keep me busy, and I've been playing with my friends.
Not playing with your friends. Good. Well, I don't have any friends to play with, so I can't say all my friends are on the basketball court. And because the schools are closed, there's no basketball for Coach Booth. So, you told me a while ago that you were interested in learning how to play basketball. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, your phone is ringing. You have to turn that thing off, but that's okay. That's okay. Let it buzz. This is a conversation. We're not about live national TV or anything. There you go. Now, question for you. When you told me that you were interested in basketball, why? At the time, not right now, but when you told me a while ago, why were you interested in basketball?
Because it seemed interesting and I wanted to try it.
All right, and what's interesting about it?
Basically you get to shoot hoops and battle people basically.
Battle, okay. So you like the competition part.
Yeah.
You like going against the other team. And you also like seeing the ball go through the net.
Yeah.
Those are two very, very good things. Now, in basketball, have you played basketball?
I played it at school, but
In gym class?
yes.
Okay, but you never played on a team. Okay.
And I have at recess, but that's it.
You have at recess. When you're in recess or you're in school, do y'all get put on teams? Like 2 against 2, 3 against 3?
So we'll do boys versus girls.
Oh, okay. Who wins?
Sometimes the girls, sometimes the boys.
Really? Okay. And now when you play boys against girls and you get the ball, what do you do with it?
Well, first you dribble, and then you have to focus and throw it in the net.
Right. Now, do you know the rules of dribbling? Can you dribble with 2 hands?
No.
Right. What is that called? It's called double dribble. Can you dribble, stop, and dribble again?
Yes.
No, you can't do that.
No, I'm going to say no.
No, you can't do that. Once you stop dribbling, you got to either shoot it or pass it, right? Now, can you dribble, stop dribbling, and start walking to the basket?
No.
What is that called?
I've called,
Starts with a T. Traveling. There There you go. It's called traveling. So that's one thing we got to do. We got to teach you the rules of the game. You know some of them, but we got to teach you the rules because you can't do something wrong. If you do something wrong, what happens?
You have to sit down.
No, but you have to give the ball to the other team. And if the other team has the ball, then they have an opportunity to score and you don't. And what's the object of the game?
To win.
And how do you win?
To throw it in the basket.
More than the other team, right?
Mm-hmm.
Score more points. Okay? Now, in watching basketball, what do you think is going to be your strength?
Running.
Running, so your speed.
And
what else?
passing.
Okay. That's, Pop likes to pass. That was my thing, passing. Now, what about your defense? You know what that is, right? What is that?
Well, I don't really remember, but I know what it is.
It's keeping the person in front of you that has the ball, right? It's guarding someone, making sure they can't score, right? Now, do you know what a foul is?
No, not really.
What do you think it is? And somebody said, you fouled me. What does that mean? So if you got the ball and I'm playing against you and I do this, is that a foul?
Yes.
Why?
Because you pushed somebody.
I pushed you, right. And I stopped you from being able to go to the basket. What if I hit you? Is that a foul?
Yes.
Yep, I'm not allowed to hit you. If I push you, hit you, grab you, those are called fouls. And you can't do that when you play basketball. No touching, except when you go and rebound. Okay? So there's a lot to learn about basketball. Now, you went into some dance competition. How'd you do in your dance competitions?
Good. I got first place.
First place.
Out of all of them.
In which competition? What was the name of it?
One of them was called Star Quest.
Star Quest. Where was that at?
I don't remember what high school, but
Freedom, right?
yeah, Freedom High School.
Yeah, in Virginia. And you got first place overall? You were better than every single person there. Wow. And what was the name of your routine? Dinero. Right?
Yeah.
That's how you're supposed to say it. Dinero. So you're already an athlete. What made your routine number one?
Because I had passion and facial experience.
Okay, expressions you mean.
Yeah.
And what else though? It had to be a good routine. What did you do in your routine that was so special, so different?
Flips.
You did flips. So to be able to do a good flip, you have to learn how to jump, right? And guess what? In basketball, you have to jump. Right? Okay. Now, since you told me that and you went ahead and you won first place twice overall in 2 competitions, right? And then you've been to the gymnastics gym doing flips and backflips and all that nonsense. Do you still want to learn how to play basketball?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Because basketball could be addictive, Once you start playing, you may never stop. You ready for that?
No, not really.
Nah. Well, ask me a question. Anything.
What was the reason why you wanted to play basketball?
Why? That's a very good question. So when I was 7 years old, 2 years younger than you, my dad took me to the park. And he was playing basketball with his friends. And I used to watch him. And I thought that was pretty cool. So I used to throw the ball up and try to get it in, but I couldn't. I was too small. And then when I went to my neighborhood, the guys in the neighborhood were playing on a garbage can. We dribble, and you shoot it into the garbage can. That I can do because the garbage can was short. And then I started following my brother to the park. And he started playing, and I started seeing how good he was. And although baseball was my first sport, I loved baseball first. But basketball started happening for me naturally. And then once I learned, I couldn't stop. I loved the feeling it gave me. I loved the just being outside in the park, running, jumping, shooting, hanging out with my friends. So when I played with my friends, most of the time we played basketball. You know, we would ride our bikes to the basketball court, play basketball all day, go home, eat, go back out, ride our bikes, and go right back to the basketball court. So if you ever needed to find me when I was your age, I was on the basketball court. Now when I turned 10, I was competing. I was on teams, and I was competing against other teams. And that's when I started realizing that I'm pretty good at this. Then I went for it. Any other questions for me?
No.
Not right now? So how do you feel being on my first guest on my program here?
Good.
Good. So behind me, as you see, the backdrop is a quilt that I had done with some of the t-shirts I've collected over the years, different types of t-shirts. We're going to try to have different locations within the space down here so that, you know, I could share some of my history and some of the things I've done. But this is my very first guest on the Boost Bball Breakdown episode 1. And we appreciate you, Alana, for sharing your story a little bit and your initial passion for basketball. Next time you may see Alana, she might be out there getting it in. So we just never know, right? See your shooting form. What's your shooting form look like? Let me see your shooting form. Okay, we gotta fix that. The left hand stays still, the right hand goes. Do it again.
Okay.
There you go. See, she got a great follow through. Anyway, this is Coach Booth. This is Alana, little G. And we like to sign off, and hopefully you've enjoyed it. Episode 1. We'll get more episodes in as we go along, since we are in the Corona edition of Booth's Bball Breakdown. Hit the button.